It was the Canadian High Commissioner David Devine who used this speech to address a contentious issue in Guyanese politics, corruption. He said the insecurity that is created by unwillingness or an inability to enforce laws and regulations is considered by many investors to be the single greatest impediment to the decision to invest. One of the goals of the two-day investment conference is to outline the impact of bribery and corruption on investment and discuss international best practices.
Countries that don't or do not have effective preventive measures in place to stop corruption will find that the investors who are ethical and conscientious of their global image will choose not to invest.
President Donald Ramotar picked up the Canadian High Commissioner on his talk of corruption. The president repeated earlier statements admitting that there was corruption, but not as it is portrayed by others. To back up his case, he pointed to revelations in TV programs organized on state television as his benchmark for determining the extent of the problem.
We even organized a public discussion on the television, 7 programs, and none of these programs were any strong, entrenched corruption was ever established. And we're ready to do it again. We're ready to do it again for anyone who's doubtful, that we're ready to talk and to be very open on all of these subjects.
From that issue, the president then blazed the diplomatic community on several issues, accusing them of overstepping their boundaries. For one, the diplomatic community has issued forceful calls for local government elections, and the government has been plain in telling them to mind their own business. The president was more forceful against the United States, which has commented on Guyana's human rights record, corruption, and issuance of radio licenses by former President Barra Jagdeo.
We believe where one country seeks to pass judgment on another without being fair and just can lead to undermining of useful partnerships and in the long run affect benefits that our people and even undermine the struggle against the scourge of trafficking in our society.
From there, the president turned to the U.S. report on trafficking in persons. Guyana was this year downgraded by the United States. The president said Guyana continues to be unfairly judged and unfairly ranked. But that was not all of the president's speech. He also took a swipe at the U.S. government on revelations by former spy agency contractor Edward Snowden of secret surveillance operations by the U.S. government.
We do not interfere in people's privacy. We do not read their mails or anything like that. That is an era, I hope, that is past forever in our country.
The opening of the investment seminar Ramotar spoke at was organized by the diplomats and a range of stakeholders. Hundreds of invitations were sent out, but the event was poorly attended. Leaders of the parliamentary opposition were noticeably absent. For Capital News, Neil Marks.